Niger has just confirmed that it's committed to pass off to achieve full independence without being without being, by others being challenged, that compromise its journey of achieving full independence. Now, this is what happened. Ecowas, the economic community for Western African states, has proposed to the leader of Niger to free the or the ousted president of Niger, Mohamed Bazoum, in exchange for the sanctions that have been imposed by Ecowas to be dropped. Now, guess what? The Niger leader said that they have let down this proposal and they said no. So let's go into it. Hello, I am Mahlet, your host at Connect Africa, bringing you the latest from the continent and particularly from the Sahel region. So the economic community for Western African states had a meeting on Sunday, 10th of December, in which they have discussed and proposed to the leader of Niger to free the ousted president Mohamed Bazoum in exchange for all the sanctions that have been imposed by Ecowas to be dropped. So the Niger's leader later on that day, General Abdurrahman Tihiyani, came on the media, on the national broadcasting media, and made this statement. They said that we are not going to free Mohamed Bazoum and your sanctions can continue. Now, this is, of course, the sanctions are hard and it's a challenge for the people of Niger, but it demonstrates, on the other hand, that the commitment of the country not to be intimidated, by this kind of proposals that can compromise the full independence of the country. Now, this president, the ousted president, have been ousted since July 26th of this summer in this year. And after, since then, the president or the leader of Niger have taken several actions. So let me just share my slides here and we're gonna discuss. This is Mohamed Bazoum. Now, this is Ecowas having their meeting led by, of course, the Nigeria's president, Bola Tinubu, who is the current president or the current chairman of Ecowas. Now, later on, of course, the president came and they said they have refused to free the ousted president, and they said, you can continue with your sanctions. Now, just to give you a bit of a background, when right after the ousted, when the change of government happened in Niger, the Ecowas leaders led by Bola Tinubu came and they have imposed several sanctions, including, blocking of all kinds of borders, land, airspace, and also sea, meaning that putting the lives of several or all nation of Nigerians into a problem or into a risk, because there are daily activities, trade transactions that are happening between this economic community, in the region. So all that have been stopped, including even food and medicine, other basic needs. It was only those two countries, Burkina Faso and Mali, who have stepped up and said that they are going to defend Niger, and they're going to send that, they have sent trucks of foods and all kinds of basic needs. Not only Ecowas have blocked all kinds of borders, but also they have threatened, as you remember, to militarily intervene in the region. But all this is, of course, backed by the colonizer or the neo-colonizer, France, and then the US, and then the European Union, all West agenda. That's what Ecowas has been doing, implementing the agenda of the West, and particularly led by France. Now, these people, the ECOWAS delegation, have also visited the ousted president, and then back in October. And guess what? They have came up with. They said that the ousted president, his health is at risk. And but the funny thing that one of the things that they have said is that he is without electricity. But this is really an irony, or it's like laughing at the millions of the people of Niger, because their electricity have been shut down because the leader of ECOWAS, meaning the current chairman Bola Tinubu, opted to shut down all electricity that was being exported to Niger as part of the sanctions, just to push Niger to free the ousted president and to implement the agenda of France. But Niger did not kneel down for those kinds of intimidation, or sanctions. So the millions of Niger did not have electricity, but these delegates who visited the ousted president were worried about 1 month's lack of electricity. That is how they are. It shows you the whole mentality of ECOWAS, and that was really laughable, but at the same time really disappointing. This is how they think. Why not, also coming to the chairman of Nigeria, who opted to shut down the electricity, and asking, look, millions of Nigerians do not have electricity because you opted, to put them in dark. Why not turning the electricity on? This is not about the people of Niger. If it's about the leadership, it's about the politics, then you cannot punish the people. So you can see that in the first place, it's not about the leadership. I mean, the people of Niger, they don't care about that. These are the delegates from ECOWAS who visited Bazoum at that time. So this shows you really Niger's commitment to fully achieve its independence, without anyone intimidating the country, without, not giving in for any kind of threat by neighboring countries or France. They have taken a number of measures that shows that they are committed to achieve this full independence. They have kicked off the French ambassador. They have kicked out the foreign military or the French army, and also they asked the U.S. military also, who is based or who are based in Niger, to bring it, to a small number. I mean, currently it's a 1,100, but some of them they have already evacuated from Niger. And also they have terminated that double treaty tax imposed by France in continuation of slavery and neo-colonization in the country. They have terminated that. They said they are not going to renew the military alliance with France, as a sovereign country. You cannot continue being your military being, available, or your military being controlled by another country. So this is really the right measure. They have kicked out the NGOs. They have kicked out, the EU. The EU security alliance from there. They have left the Sahel security, the G5 Sahel security alliance, which is created in 2014 by France. They have taken a number of measures. These people have been there, and the people have been supporting the president, or General Abdurrahman Tihiyani. Nobody asked actually, for it to come down or to change it to a civilian leader. By the way, one of the things that ECOWAS in its meeting have demanded is that to shorten the span of time, because the Niger president said that the next election to change it to a civilian leader, because currently it's a military leader, will be in 3 years' time. Okay, so this happened in 23 May, so that will be in 2026. And ECOWAS has to narrow it down, but General Abdurrahman Tihiyani did not say anything about that. They just said they refused to free the ousted president. So really Niger is, the more you are detaching yourself, where the more states, African states, are detaching themselves from that neo-colonial remnants, or from that colonial remnants, then the more you getting powerful, and you stand firm, and you committed to the achievement of the full independence of your country. And the more you work to the interest of your people, that you see you people are supporting you. And in fact, while the West is continue to reject Niger, the governments like Russia, China continue to work with Niger, like Iran, the global South in general, that you see in BRICS, are working unilaterally with the government of Niger. So these are the kind of things that you see once you push states or leaders to become not a dictator, but you create your own alliance, those who listen to you, those who see you as an equal partner. Countries like Russia, countries like China, countries like Iran, or others, who do not judge you, who do not ask you to change regimes just because for their own interest. So this is what happened. Good news from Niger, and kudos to the government. And that's it for now, but we have more updates from Niger, so stay tuned in. Please subscribe to the channel if you are not yet. And if you like what we bring you here, give it thumbs up, and also share the video. Let's empower each other with knowledge and information. That's the most important thing. If you want to help us further, please go to the description section and in the pinned comment, where you find our PayPal account. That will help us to be here more on a daily basis, and also share the video. That will help us also the YouTube algorithm. Thank you very much again for tuning in. Let us know in the comment section, what do you think of this move by General Abdurrahman Tihiyani, refusing to free the ousted president, and to refuse the proposal of ECOWAS. Please share your thoughts. Thank you very much again, and I will see you on the next one.